Musterxmedia presents a tribute to men that hate their jobs. Episode 8. The concept of. It is really irritating when people forget the concept that shit rolls downhill. My day was shit. My day was made shit because of the lack of understanding of this concept. So, when the government turns around and says that masks must be worn, they then tell the regional governments that masks must be worn. And the regional governments tell the local authorities that masks must be worn. And especially in relation to where I work, that if you don't have a mask, you're not allowed to enter a building unless you are medically exempt. So the local authorities tell this rule to the businesses that are allowed to open during a lockdown, that they must tell their staff that masks must be worn to enter the building unless they're medically exempt. So why is it that when I deliver the bad news to some piece of shit who doesn't want to wear a mask, that isn't medically exempt, and they cannot get it, and they get really angry when I say, no, you're not allowed in, mate, I'm sorry. Yeah, but you're just acting all bad, aren't you, because you're on the door. Well, you like security, said one guy. I said, no, mate, I get told the rules, and I got to follow the rules that I've been told. And he got in my face. I'm like, look, mate, what the fuck are you looking at? I lost my temper. I shouldn't have swore, but I did. Like, what the fuck are you looking at? You're about to call me a fucking arsehole, mate. I said, now the rules are the rules. I have to follow them as much as you do, because if I don't follow them, I lose my job. And then not only will I get a fine, so will you. So just fucking deal with it, mate. And he looked at me, I'm like, look, do you think I want to wear this mask for 8 hours straight? Do I fuck? Now, if you haven't got your mask, go away and come back, and you can get a mask, and then you can come back in. That was the last time I saw him today. In fact, I don't recall seeing him ever again. Just some random knobhead. But he wasn't the only person that I had to have a similar conversation with today. Another kid, this time he was a kid, he come up without a mask with his jumper extended up to his nose. Mate, you can't come in, but it's a face covering. No, it's not, sir. Having to be polite by saying, sir. Yeah, but it's covering my face, mate. That is a jumper, it is not a mask, it is not a scarf, and it is not a bandana scarf. It is not on the list. You can't wear that to come in, because it has to be detachable. You have to be able to take it on and off. You can't do that. It's a jumper. Not that it makes any difference. I mean, it's a bizarre rule anyways. If it covers, then it covers. But no, those are the rules. And he couldn't understand this concept. And I'm like, mate, do you think I'm making this up? And he looked at me, I'm like, I am not making this up. I get told by my boss, he gets told by her boss, who gets told by the local authority, who then gets told by the local government, who then gets told by the regional government, who then gets told by the national government. Now shit rolls downhill, mate. Just behave yourself. You can't come in unless you're medically exempt. Oh, I'm medically exempt, he said. I'm like, no, you're not. I looked at him and said, look, if you're having this argument and then you're come out with medical exemption when I mention the words medical exemption, then you sure as shit are not medically exempt. Just do yourself a favour, do me a favour, yeah? Just go away and come back when you got a mask. Oh, but do you have any spare masks? We have spare masks, but we're not allowed to give them out. And why can't you give them out? I'll buy one. Well, we're not allowed to give them out because the local authority says to my boss that we're not allowed to give them out. And that means they got that rule from the regional government, who got that rule from the national government. Now, just behave yourself. And he stormed off looking like a right prick. Why do I have to deal with people like this? It is pretty simple. The rule has been in place for 6 months at the very least. At the very least in Wales, that is. We got that rule later compared to the rest of the UK. And if it's been 6 months, where have you been to not know that you cannot enter the place that has killed more people than coronavirus to buy your poisonous food? Where have you been? Because have you been in a coma? No, you've not been in a coma. I don't buy it. You're just a fucking dickhead who doesn't know what you're doing. And those dickheads are the people who ruin my fucking day at work.